Have you ever seen a machine so massive it could crush a house with a single scoop? Meet the Liebherr R 9800, one of the most powerful excavators on the planet. This mining monster weighs over 800 tons, burns through fuel like a jet engine, and can move mountains in minutes. But how does it work? How much does it cost? And what happens if it breaks down? Today, we're diving deep into 10 insane facts about this mechanical beast. Stay until the end, because 7 will blow your mind. Subscribe now, and let's uncover the secrets of the Liebherr R 9800. Imagine standing next to a machine so massive that it makes a 2-story house look tiny. This is the Liebherr R 9800, a true giant of mining. It's not just big, it's a mechanical beast designed to move mountains. With over 800 tons of raw power, this excavator is one of the largest and most powerful on the planet. But what makes it so special? Why do mining companies rely on it to extract millions of tons of material? And how does it dominate the industry like no other machine? Let's start with its sheer size. The Liebherr R 9800 stands as tall as a 6-story building. Its bucket alone can hold more than 40 cubic meters of material, which means it can scoop up the equivalent of 80,000 pounds of rock in a single pass. That's like lifting 20 pickup trucks in one go. When it's in action, this machine doesn't just dig, it devours the earth beneath it. But power means nothing without control. The Liebherr R 9800 is equipped with some of the most advanced hydraulic and electronic systems ever built. Every movement, from the precise angle of the bucket to the coordination of its massive arms, is carefully calculated to maximize efficiency. It runs on 2 enormous engines that generate a combined 4,000 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful excavators in existence. These engines work together to ensure that every dig is smooth, powerful, and optimized for speed. Now let's talk about why the R 9800 dominates the mining industry. Speed is everything in mining, and this machine was designed to work faster than anything else. With a single scoop, it can load an entire dump truck in just a few passes. That means more material moved in less time, which translates to higher profits and lower costs for mining operations. Companies that use this machine can extract resources more efficiently, making it a top choice for massive mining projects around the world. But what about durability? The Liebherr R 9800 isn't just powerful, it's built to withstand some of the harshest environments on Earth. Whether it's working in the scorching heat of Australia's iron mines or the frozen tundras of Canada, this machine is engineered to keep running no matter what. Its structure is reinforced to handle extreme stress, and its hydraulic system is designed to maintain peak performance under heavy loads. Mining is a brutal industry, but the R 9800 is built for the challenge. Another key factor in its dominance is its adaptability. The Liebherr R 9800 can be customized for different types of mining operations. Whether it's working with coal, iron, or gold, this machine can be equipped with different bucket sizes, engine configurations, and hydraulic settings to match the demands of the job. This level of flexibility makes it one of the most valuable assets for mining companies looking to optimize their operations. Now, let's get into the numbers. How much does a Liebherr R 9800 cost? If you're thinking about buying one, get ready to spend anywhere between $5 to $10 million. And that's just the base price. Operating this monster is another story. It burns through over 500 gallons of fuel per day, and maintaining it requires a dedicated team of engineers and mechanics. But for companies that need to move massive amounts of material, the investment pays off quickly. One of the most impressive things about the Liebherr R 9800 is how it's revolutionizing mining efficiency. Traditional mining methods relied on smaller machines that took more time to do the same job. But with the R 9800, a single excavator can replace multiple smaller units, reducing costs, increasing productivity, and minimizing downtime. This is why some of the biggest mining operations in the world trust the Liebherr R 9800 to get the job done. So what happens when one of these machines breaks down? Repairing an R9800 isn't like fixing a regular excavator. This machine is so massive that it often requires on-site repairs with specialized equipment. A single hydraulic cylinder can weigh as much as a small car, and replacing key components can take days or even weeks. That's why mining companies invest in preventive maintenance, ensuring that their R9800 stays in peak condition to avoid costly delays. But even with its size, power, and efficiency, one question remains: could anything ever replace the Liebherr R9800? As mining technology continues to evolve, there's always the possibility of even bigger, more advanced machines in the future. But for now, this excavator remains the undisputed king of mining. Its combination of brute force, advanced engineering, and reliability makes it an irreplaceable tool for companies pushing the limits of what's possible. Now imagine watching this beast in action, tearing through rock and earth like it's nothing. That's the power of the Liebherr R9800. And this is just the beginning. We're only scratching the surface of what makes this machine so incredible. Stay tuned as we dive even deeper into the world of mega machines. And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping content. The next fact on our list is even more insane. You won't believe what this machine can really do. When it comes to the world of massive excavators, one machine stands at the top, the Liebherr R9800. But is it really the best? How does it compare to other giants like the Caterpillar 6090, the Hitachi X8000, or the Komatsu PC8000? Today, we're putting these titans head-to-head to find out which one truly reigns supreme. Bigger isn't always better, so let's break it down and see who takes the crown. First, let's talk about size. The Liebherr R9800 is a monster, weighing around 800 tons. It stands as tall as a 6-story building and has a bucket capacity of over 42 cubic meters. That means it can scoop up nearly 80,000 pounds of material in one go. But how does that compare to its biggest rival, the Caterpillar 6090? The Caterpillar 6090 is even heavier, coming in at an astonishing 1,000 tons. Its bucket size is also larger, holding up to 52 cubic meters. On paper, the Caterpillar 6090 seems to have the advantage, but size isn't everything. The Liebherr R9800 is built for speed and efficiency, meaning it can move material faster even if the bucket is slightly smaller. While the Caterpillar 6090 is a heavyweight champion, its extra weight can slow it down, making the R9800 a more balanced choice for operations that need both power and speed. Now let's compare engine power. The Liebherr R9800 is equipped with two massive engines that generate a combined 4,000 horsepower. This dual-engine setup gives it an edge in reliability. If one engine fails, the excavator can still function, reducing downtime. On the other hand, the Caterpillar 6090 uses a single engine that produces around 4,500 horsepower. While this gives it more raw power, it also means that if the engine fails, the entire machine is out of operation. That's a huge risk in the mining industry, where every second counts. Another major contender in the race is the Hitachi EX8000. This beast weighs about 837 tons and has a bucket capacity of 45 cubic meters, placing it between the Liebherr R9800 and the Caterpillar 6090. What makes the Hitachi X8000 unique is its advanced hydraulic system, which allows for smooth, precise movements. However, when it comes to overall speed and efficiency, the Liebherr R9800 still has the upper hand due to its optimized digging cycles. Then there's the Komatsu PC8000, another massive competitor. Weighing in at around 773 tons, it's slightly lighter than the Liebherr R9800, but has a similar bucket capacity. The Komatsu PC8000 is known for its reliability and fuel efficiency, making it a great option for long-term operations. But once again, the Liebherr R9800's combination of power, speed, and durability makes it a top choice for companies that need maximum productivity. Now let's talk about cost. These machines don't come cheap. The Liebherr R 9800 costs between $5 to $10 million, depending on the configuration. The Caterpillar 6090 is even more expensive, with a price tag of up to $15 million. The Hitachi X8000 and Komatsu PC8000 fall somewhere in between. But price isn't just about the initial purchase. It's also about maintenance, fuel consumption, and overall efficiency. This is where the Liebherr R 9800 shines. Its dual-engine design allows for more efficient fuel use, and its advanced hydraulic system reduces wear and tear, lowering maintenance costs in the long run. One of the biggest factors in determining the best excavator is real-world performance. The Liebherr R 9800 is a favorite in large-scale mining operations because of its balance between power and efficiency. It can load massive dump trucks in just a few passes, reducing cycle times and increasing overall productivity. The Caterpillar 6090 may have a larger bucket, but its weight and slower speed can make it less efficient in certain conditions. Durability is another key factor. Mining is one of the harshest industries in the world, with extreme temperatures, dust, and heavy workloads pushing these machines to their limits. The Liebherr R 9800 is built to withstand these conditions with reinforced steel components, an advanced cooling system, and a hydraulic system designed to operate under extreme pressure. While the Caterpillar 6090 and Hitachi EX8000 are also built for tough environments, the Liebherr R 9800's lower weight and advanced engineering make it one of the most reliable choices. But what about technology? Modern excavators rely on cutting-edge systems to improve efficiency and safety. The Liebherr R 9800 comes with a state-of-the-art control system that allows operators to monitor performance, fuel consumption, and hydraulic pressure in real time. It also includes automated features that optimize digging angles and bucket movements to reduce fuel use and maximize output. The Caterpillar 6090 and Hitachi EX8000 also have similar technologies, but Liebherr's precision control system is known for being one of the best in the industry. So, which machine is the ultimate champion? It depends on what you're looking for. If you want sheer power and bucket size, the Caterpillar 6090 takes the lead. If you're looking for a well-balanced combination of power, speed, efficiency, and reliability, the Liebherr R 9800 is the top choice. And if you're focused on long-term fuel efficiency, the Komatsu PC8000 is a solid option. But if we're talking about overall dominance in the mining industry, the Liebherr R 9800 is hard to beat. Its perfect mix of power, speed, durability, and advanced technology makes it a favorite among the biggest mining companies in the world. This is why so many operators trust it to get the job done faster and more efficiently than the competition. At the end of the day, the Liebherr R 9800 isn't just an excavator, it's a masterpiece of engineering. It's a machine built to push the limits of what's possible in mining. And with its unmatched combination of performance and reliability, it continues to prove why it's one of the greatest excavators ever built. But this is just the beginning. There's still so much more to uncover about the world of mega machines. If you thought this comparison was intense, wait until you see what's coming next. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for more mind-blowing content. The next fact on our list is even more insane. You won't believe what this machine is truly capable of. How much does it cost to own one of the biggest excavators on the planet? The Liebherr R 9800 is a beast of a machine, built for massive mining operations, but its price tag is just as shocking as its size. This isn't just a piece of equipment. It's a multi-million-dollar investment that only the biggest mining companies in the world can afford. But the cost doesn't stop at the initial purchase. Owning and operating this machine comes with insane expenses that most people wouldn't believe. So, let's break it all down and uncover the true cost of the Liebherr R 9800. Let's start with the base price. If you want to buy a brand new Liebherr R 9800, get ready to spend anywhere between $5 to $10 million. That's right, Just one of these machines can cost as much as a private jet or a luxury mansion. But why does it cost so much? The answer lies in its engineering. This isn't just any excavator. It's a high-performance mining tool designed to move millions of tons of material with extreme efficiency. Every component, from its dual engines to its massive hydraulic system, is built with the highest quality materials to withstand years of brutal working conditions. But the spending doesn't stop there. Just getting the Liebherr R 9800 to a mining site is a logistical nightmare. This machine is too big to be transported in one piece. Instead, it has to be shipped in multiple parts, sometimes requiring several trucks or even special transport ships. Once it arrives, a team of expert engineers has to assemble it on site, which can take weeks. The cost of transportation and assembly alone can add hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to the final bill. Then comes the cost of fuel. This machine is a fuel-hungry monster. The Liebherr R 9800 burns through more than 500 gallons of diesel per day when running at full capacity. That's enough fuel to fill up over 30 regular cars every single day. Depending on fuel prices, operating this machine can cost thousands of dollars per day, just in fuel alone. Over a year, that adds up to millions of dollars, making fuel one of the biggest ongoing expenses. Now let's talk about maintenance. A machine of this size and complexity needs constant upkeep to keep running smoothly. The hydraulic systems, engines, and electronics all require regular servicing. Just changing the hydraulic fluid in this beast can cost tens of thousands of dollars. A single replacement part, like a hydraulic pump or an engine component, can cost more than a brand new car. And when something major breaks down, repairs can take days or even weeks, costing mining companies millions in lost productivity. Speaking of productivity, let's talk about the cost of downtime. In the mining industry, time is money. If the Liebherr R 9800 isn't running, companies are losing hundreds of thousands of dollars per day. That's why these machines are constantly monitored with advanced diagnostic systems to detect potential issues before they become serious problems. Some companies even keep spare parts on site just to minimize downtime, adding even more to the total cost. But what about the operators? Not just anyone can jump into the seat of an R 9800 and start digging. Operators of these machines need specialized training, and experienced operators command high salaries. A skilled R 9800 operator can earn 6 figures per year, making labor another major expense. And since mining operations run 24/7, many sites require multiple operators per machine, doubling or even tripling labor costs. Insurance is another hidden cost. A machine this valuable needs serious coverage. Mining companies pay hundreds of thousands of dollars per year just to insure their fleets of heavy machinery. Accidents, breakdowns, and unexpected failures can cost millions, so insurance is a must. But because the Liebherr R 9800 is such a unique and expensive machine, the insurance premiums are just as massive. So when you add it all up, how much does it really cost to own and operate a Liebherr R 9800? If you include the purchase price, transport, fuel, maintenance, labor, insurance, and other costs, the total cost of ownership over its lifetime can easily exceed $100 million. That's why only the biggest mining companies in the world can afford to use these machines. But despite the insane costs, the Liebherr R 9800 is worth every penny for those who need it. This machine is designed to maximize efficiency, moving more material in less time than smaller excavators. In massive mining operations, every second counts, and having an R 9800 on site can mean millions in profit over time. That's why companies are willing to spend so much to keep these giants running. And here's the craziest part. Some mining sites don't have just one R 9800. They have entire fleets of them. Imagine seeing 10 or more of these machines working side by side, each one costing millions to operate every year. It's an incredible sight, and it shows just how massive the mining industry really is. At the end of the day, the Liebherr R 9800 isn't just an excavator. It's a symbol symbol of power, engineering, and industrial might. It's a machine built to handle the toughest jobs on Earth, and its price tag reflects that. But this is just one part of what makes the R9800 so incredible. There's still so much more to uncover about this beast of a machine. If you thought the cost was shocking, wait until you see what happens when one of these breaks down in the middle of a job. The numbers are absolutely mind-blowing, and you won't believe what it takes to get this machine back up and running. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for more insane facts about the world's most powerful machines. Climbing into the cockpit of the Liebherr R9800 is like stepping into the command center of a spaceship. This isn't just a driver's seat, it's the control hub of one of the largest and most powerful excavators on the planet. The sheer size of this machine is overwhelming, but inside the cockpit, everything is designed to give the operator maximum control with precision, efficiency, and safety. So what is it really like to operate this mechanical beast? Before even getting inside, just approaching the Liebherr R9800 is an experience in itself. This machine stands as tall as a 6-story building, and its cabin is perched high above the ground. Operators must climb multiple ladders and platforms just to reach the entrance. The first thing you notice when stepping inside is the incredible view. From this height, the world below looks small, and you can see the entire mining site stretched out in front of you. Once seated, the cockpit feels more like an aircraft than an excavator. The seat is fully adjustable, designed for long shifts, with built-in suspension to absorb shocks from the machine's movements. In front of the operator are multiple high-resolution screens displaying real-time data about fuel consumption, hydraulic pressure, engine performance, and bucket positioning. Every detail of the excavator's operation is monitored, ensuring maximum efficiency. The controls are not what you'd find in an ordinary construction vehicle. Instead of a traditional steering wheel, the R9800 uses dual joysticks for movement and precision digging. The right joystick controls the boom and bucket, while the left joystick manages the swing and stick functions. With these, the operator can make incredibly precise movements despite the sheer size of the machine. A small hand movement can translate into lifting thousands of pounds of material with pinpoint accuracy. One of the most surprising things about operating the R9800 is how smooth it is. Despite its enormous size, Liebherr has engineered this machine to respond to commands instantly, with no delay in movement. The advanced hydraulic system ensures that every motion, whether it's swinging the massive arm or adjusting the bucket angle, is fluid and controlled. This makes loading massive dump trucks fast and efficient, reducing downtime and maximizing productivity. But controlling this machine isn't just about digging. The operator must constantly be aware of their surroundings. The R9800 is equipped with multiple cameras placed around the exterior, giving a full 360-degree view. These cameras are displayed on one of the cockpit screens, allowing the operator to see blind spots and ensure safety in the work environment. With a machine this large, a small miscalculation can result in major damage or even accidents. Another key feature inside the cockpit is automation. The Liebherr R9800 isn't just a brute force machine. It has built-in smart technology that assists the operator in optimizing performance. There are automatic systems that adjust hydraulic pressure based on load weight, sensors that detect terrain conditions, and alerts that warn operators of potential hazards. These features make operating the R9800 not just about skill, but also about working with the machine's advanced technology. Despite all this power and technology, being an R9800 operator requires intense training. Mining companies don't just put anyone in the seat of a machine that costs millions of dollars. Operators must go through extensive training programs, often using high-tech simulators, before they ever touch the real thing. These simulators simulators replicate the experience of driving the R9800 in realistic mining conditions, preparing operators for every possible scenario they might encounter. One of the biggest challenges of operating this machine is handling the massive weight of the bucket when it's full. A fully loaded bucket can carry more than 80,000 pounds of material, and if an operator isn't careful, sudden movements can create dangerous shifts in weight balance. This is why experienced operators are highly valued. They know how to manage these forces and keep the machine stable even in the toughest conditions. Then there's the endurance factor. Mining operations run 24/7, which means operators work long shifts, often lasting 12 hours or more. Sitting in the cockpit for that long requires not only skill, but also patience and mental focus. Every second counts in mining, and the ability to maintain efficiency without making mistakes is what separates an average operator from an elite one. Communication is also a critical part of the job. The operator isn't working alone. There's an entire team on the ground managing logistics, safety, and coordination. Operators are constantly in communication with supervisors, truck drivers, and other heavy machinery operators to ensure smooth operations. A single miscommunication can cause delays or even dangerous accidents, so precision in both movement and communication is essential. But the most exciting part of operating the R9800, the sheer power at your fingertips. Imagine sitting in a machine that can tear through solid rock with ease, lift entire truckloads of material in seconds, and swing its massive arm with the precision of a human hand. The feeling of controlling something this powerful is unlike anything else. It's a mix of responsibility, skill, and adrenaline, knowing that every movement you make has a massive impact on the mining operation. So what happens if something goes wrong? The R9800 is designed with multiple fail-safes, but breakdowns do happen. If there's a critical failure, the operator must act fast, shutting down systems and following emergency procedures. Some issues can be fixed remotely using onboard diagnostics, while others require a team of engineers to physically repair the machine. In extreme cases, if a breakdown happens in a critical location, massive cranes and transport equipment might be needed just to move the excavator out of the way. At the end of a shift, stepping out of the R9800 feels like leaving another world. The size, the technology, the power, it all makes this machine one of the most impressive pieces of equipment ever built. And for those lucky enough to sit in the cockpit and operate it, there's nothing else quite like it. But this is just a glimpse into the world of mega machines. If you thought the cockpit of the R9800 was impressive, wait until you see what happens when this machine goes head-to-head against other mining giants. The next fact on our list is even crazier, so stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button and get ready for more mind-blowing content about the most powerful machines on Earth. The Liebherr R9800 didn't just appear overnight. It was born from a bold vision, years of engineering expertise, and the growing demands of the mining industry. This machine isn't just another excavator. It's the result of relentless innovation, pushing the boundaries of what heavy machinery can achieve. But how did it all begin? What led to the creation of one of the most powerful mining excavators in the world? The story behind the R9800 is just as incredible as the machine itself. To understand its origins, we need to go back to the history of Liebherr. The company was founded in 1949 by Hans Liebherr, a German engineer with a passion for building better machines. His first major success was in tower cranes, but over the years, the company expanded into heavy equipment, including construction machinery, aircraft components, and even refrigerators. Liebherr became known for precision engineering and innovative designs, but one industry in particular would define its legacy: mining. As mining operations grew larger in the late 20th century, the demand for bigger and more powerful excavators skyrocketed. Mining companies needed machines capable of moving massive amounts of material quickly and efficiently. Traditional excavators were getting bigger, but they still had limitations in speed, efficiency, and durability. Liebherr saw an opportunity to revolutionize the industry. The project that would eventually become the R9800 started as a challenge. How do you build an excavator that's not just bigger, but significantly more efficient and reliable than anything before? Engineers at Liebherr's mining division knew that simply scaling up an existing design wouldn't be enough. They needed to rethink the entire concept of what a mining excavator could be. One of the first breakthroughs was the decision to use 2 engines instead of 1. Traditional large excavators relied on a single massive engine, which created a major problem. If that engine failed, the entire machine would be out of service. By equipping the R9800 with 2 independent engines, Liebherr created a machine that could continue operating even if one engine went down. This design also allowed for better fuel efficiency, as the engines could adjust power output depending on the workload. The next challenge was the hydraulic system. Mining excavators require extreme precision, but when dealing with machines that weigh hundreds of tons, precision becomes even more difficult. Liebherr engineers developed an advanced hydraulic system that allowed the R9800 to move smoothly and efficiently while handling enormous loads. This system ensures that every movement, whether swinging the arm, lifting the bucket, or adjusting the boom, happens with absolute control. But power and efficiency weren't enough. The R9800 also needed to be durable. Mining is one of the harshest industries in the world, with extreme temperatures, constant dust, and relentless workloads. The machine had to be built to withstand these brutal conditions. Engineers reinforced the structure with high-strength steel, improved cooling systems to prevent overheating, and designed components that could endure years of heavy use with minimal maintenance. After years of development, testing, and refinement, the first Liebherr R9800 was finally ready. It was unlike anything the mining world had seen before. Standing over 10 meters tall and weighing around 800 tons, it was one of the largest hydraulic excavators ever built. Its bucket could hold more than 40 cubic meters of material, allowing it to load massive mining trucks in just a few passes. This machine wasn't just powerful. It was a game changer. When the R9800 was introduced, the mining industry immediately took notice. Companies that had struggled with slower, less efficient machines saw the potential of Liebherr's new giant. The first units were deployed in some of the toughest mining operations in the world, from the iron mines of Australia to the coalfields of North America. The results were staggering. The R9800 was faster, more reliable, and more cost-effective than its competitors, quickly establishing itself as one of the most sought-after mining excavators in history. But Liebherr didn't stop there. Over the years, they continued to refine the R9800, adding new technologies and improving its efficiency. Advanced onboard computer systems were introduced, allowing operators to monitor every aspect of the machine's performance in real time. Automation features were added to optimize digging cycles, reducing fuel consumption and maximizing output. Every new version of the R9800 was designed to be even better than the last. One of the most significant advancements was the integration of autonomous operation technology. As mining companies looked for ways to improve safety and efficiency, Liebherr developed systems that allowed the R9800 to operate with minimal human input. In some mining sites, these machines can now run semi-autonomously, reducing the need for direct human control while increasing precision and productivity. The R9800's success also inspired competitors to push their designs further. Companies like Caterpillar, Hitachi, and Komatsu responded with their own mega excavators, leading to a new era of technological competition in the mining industry. But despite the growing number of massive excavators, the R9800 has remained one of the most respected and widely used machines in the industry. Today, the Liebherr R9800 continues to dominate the world of mining. It has become a symbol of engineering excellence and industrial power, proving that innovation and smart design can redefine an entire industry. From its humble beginnings as an ambitious engineering challenge to its status as one of the most powerful excavators in history, the story of the R9800 is a testament to what's possible when technology, experience, and vision come together. But this is just the beginning. The future of mining excavators is evolving fast, with new technologies like electric power and AI-driven automation on the horizon. Will the next generation of machines surpass the R9800? Or will Liebherr continue to lead the way with even more groundbreaking innovations? One thing is certain, the legacy of the R9800 will be felt for decades to come. And if you thought this story was incredible, wait until you hear what it actually takes to keep one of these machines running. The next fact on our list is even crazier, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more unbelievable insights into the world of mega machines. The Liebherr R9800 is already one of the most powerful and impressive mining excavators in the world, but there's so much more to this machine than meets the eye. Behind its massive frame, there are mind-blowing facts that even heavy machinery fans don't know. Today, we're uncovering 10 insane facts about the Liebherr R9800 that will leave you speechless. First, let's start with something unbelievable. This excavator weighs a staggering 800 tons. That's the same as 6 Boeing 747 airplanes or over 500 average-sized cars. Just transporting this machine requires multiple trucks, cranes, and weeks of assembly. It's so heavy that regular roads can't support it, meaning it has to be built directly at the mining site. Now, here's fact number 2. The bucket of the Liebherr R9800 is massive, holding more than 42 cubic meters of material. That's the equivalent of filling up an entire swimming pool with rocks in a single scoop. Imagine the power required to lift that weight repeatedly, hour after hour. But that leads us to fact number 3. This machine doesn't rely on just one engine. It has 2 enormous engines, each producing 2,000 horsepower for a total of 4,000 horsepower. That's more power than 3 Bugatti Chirons combined. And with these twin engines, even if one fails, the machine can still keep running, reducing downtime in critical mining operations. Fact number 4 is all about fuel consumption. The R9800 is a fuel-hungry beast, burning through over 500 gallons of diesel per day. That's the same amount of fuel a long-haul truck might use in a week, but this excavator does it in just one shift. Running this machine is as expensive as it is powerful. Now here's fact number 5. The hydraulic system of the R9800 is so advanced that it can move hundreds of tons of rock with pinpoint accuracy. The joysticks inside the cabin control its massive arms with such precision that operators can place a rock the size of a car exactly where they want it, without crushing anything nearby. Speaking of the cockpit, fact number 6 is about the operator's experience. Sitting inside the Liebherr R9800 feels like piloting a spaceship. The cabin is packed with high-resolution touchscreens, 360-degree cameras, and real-time data monitoring. Operators can track everything from hydraulic pressure to engine performance, ensuring maximum efficiency at all times. Fact number 7 might be the most shocking. The price of one Liebherr R9800 ranges from $5 to $10 million, but the cost of operation over its lifetime can exceed $100 million. That includes maintenance, fuel, labor, and replacement parts. This is why only the biggest mining companies in the world can afford to use these machines. Fact number 8 is about durability. The R9800 is built to survive the harshest conditions on Earth. It operates in extreme temperatures, from freezing sub-zero mines in Canada to scorching 120-degree heat in the Australian outback. Every component is reinforced to handle years of intense use without failure. Now here's fact number 9. The R9800 is so powerful that it can load a massive mining truck in just a few scoops. A full-sized haul truck, like the Liebherr T284, can carry over 400 tons of material, and this excavator can fill it up in less than 5 passes. That kind of speed and efficiency is what makes it one of the most valuable machines in the mining industry. And finally, fact number 10 is about the future. While the R9800 is already a monster, Liebherr is developing electric and autonomous versions to reduce emissions and improve efficiency. Future models of this excavator might be controlled remotely or even operate without human input, making mining safer and more cost-effective. The Liebherr R9800 isn't just an excavator, it's a marvel of engineering designed to push the limits of what's possible in the mining world. And this is just the beginning. If you thought these facts were insane, wait until you see what happens when one of these breaks down. The costs and repair process will blow your mind. Stay tuned, subscribe now, and get ready for more jaw-dropping insights into the world's most powerful machines. What if I told you that the Liebherr R9800 is so powerful that it could lift an entire house? Sounds impossible, right? But when you break down the numbers, this mining monster might just be capable of pulling off something truly insane. Today, we're putting its lifting power to the test and answering the ultimate question: can the Liebherr R9800 lift a house? First, let's talk about just how much power this excavator has. The R9800's bucket has a capacity of over 42 cubic meters and can lift more than 80,000 pounds in a single scoop. That's the same weight as 20 pickup trucks or a fully loaded semi-truck. But is that enough to lift an entire house? To find out, we need to look at the weight of an average house. A typical single-story home weighs anywhere between 100,000 to 200,000 pounds, depending on its size and materials. If we take a small, wooden-framed house, it might weigh around 120,000 pounds. That's still heavier than what the R9800 can lift in one pass. But here's where things get interesting. Unlike smaller excavators, the R9800 doesn't just use its bucket. It also relies on its massive hydraulic arms and dual engine system to apply force. The boom and stick of this excavator can generate tremendous hydraulic pressure, allowing it to lift and move extreme loads. With the right attachment and support, the R9800 could potentially distribute the weight and lift a house off its foundation. It wouldn't be easy, but from a power perspective, it's absolutely possible. But here's where it gets crazy. The R9800 isn't just strong, it's precise. The hydraulic system is so advanced that operators can move hundreds of tons of material with pinpoint accuracy. If engineers reinforced a house with a steel frame and connected it properly to the excavator, the R9800 could theoretically lift it without causing total destruction. Imagine an entire house being hoisted into the air, supported by one of the most powerful machines on Earth. Of course, in reality, things are a bit more complicated. Houses aren't built to be lifted in one piece, and even if the R9800 had the raw strength to do it, the structure itself would likely collapse under its own weight. The walls, roof, and foundation aren't designed to handle that kind of force. But if you replace the house with something stronger, like a shipping container home or a small concrete bunker, then lifting it with the R9800 becomes much more realistic. And let's not forget another key factor: stability. The R9800 is built for extreme digging and lifting operations, but even a machine this powerful has limits. If an operator tried to lift something too heavy, the entire excavator could become unstable. That's why mining operators carefully calculate loads and follow strict safety protocols when moving massive amounts of material. But here's a fun fact: excavators have been used to lift and move entire buildings before. Specialized heavy-duty machines have transported churches, homes, and historical buildings to new locations. While they typically use cranes or hydraulic jacks instead of excavators, it proves that moving an entire structure isn't just science fiction. So, could the Liebherr R9800 lift a house? The answer is yes, but with conditions. It has the power, but the house itself would need reinforcements, and the operation would have to be carefully controlled. If we're talking about lifting a small, well-structured building, then the R9800 could absolutely pull it off. But this is just one of the many mind-blowing things this machine is capable of. If you thought this was crazy, wait until you see how much money it costs to repair an R9800. When something goes wrong, the numbers will shock you. Stay tuned, subscribe, and get ready for more jaw-dropping insights into the world's most powerful machines. Watching the Liebherr R9800 in action is like witnessing a force of nature. This machine isn't just digging, it's devouring the earth, moving mountains of rock with terrifying ease. Mining operations around the world have captured some of the most epic footage of this beast at work, and today we're diving into the most jaw-dropping moments ever recorded. Get ready to see the R9800 push the limits of power, precision, and pure mechanical dominance. First, imagine standing in front of a machine so massive that a full-size truck looks like a toy next to it. The R9800 towers over everything around it, its massive bucket hanging in the air like the claw of a prehistoric predator. Then, in one smooth motion, the bucket drops into the ground, tearing through solid rock like it's nothing. In just a few seconds, it lifts 80,000 pounds of material, shaking off excess dirt before swinging over to dump the load into a waiting mining truck. The scale of this operation is mind-blowing. One scoop at a time, the R9800 is reshaping the landscape. Now, picture this. An entire fleet of R9800s working together in some of the largest mining sites on Earth. These machines don't operate alone. Side by side, they work like synchronized giants, filling massive haul trucks in record time. In Australia's iron mines, for example, operators have filmed breathtaking scenes of multiple R9800s loading trucks in under a minute per pass, keeping the operation running at full speed 24/7. It's a perfectly coordinated display of raw efficiency. Then there are the extreme conditions. The R9800 isn't just powerful, it's built for survival. In the frozen landscapes of Canada, videos show this excavator working in sub-zero temperatures, its hydraulic system still operating smoothly despite the brutal cold. Snow and ice cover the machine, but it keeps digging, proving that nothing can stop this monster. On the other side of the world, in the scorching heat of African gold mines, the R9800 battles against dust storms and extreme temperatures, lifting tons of material without breaking a sweat. One of the most insane mining scenes ever recorded happened in a coal mine where an R9800 was filmed, removing an entire wall of rock in a single sweeping motion. The operator maneuvered the bucket perfectly, pulling down thousands of tons of material in one controlled movement. Watching this unfold in real time is unreal. It's like watching an entire cliff collapse with just a flick of a joystick. But it's not just about brute force. The precision of the R9800 is something out of a science fiction movie. In some of the most advanced mining operations, operators use state-of-the-art control systems to navigate the bucket with millimeter accuracy. Footage from inside the cockpit shows how an experienced operator can carefully place every scoop exactly where it needs to go, optimizing efficiency and minimizing waste. Then there's the power test. In one recorded mining operation, an R9800 was put to the ultimate challenge, digging through one of the hardest rock formations ever encountered. Engineers expected the process to be slow and difficult, but the excavator proved them wrong. The dual engines roared to life, the hydraulics powered up, and within minutes, the machine had torn through solid rock, breaking apart material that would normally take hours to remove. It was a reminder of why this machine is trusted in some of the toughest mining environments on the planet. And let's not forget the night shifts. Mining never stops, and at night, the R9800 looks even more menacing. Under bright floodlights, it moves like a giant shadow, its bucket slicing through the darkness. In some of the most incredible nighttime footage, you can see these machines working non-stop, their powerful LED lights illuminating the dust clouds as they continue their relentless excavation. But perhaps the most mind-blowing scene ever recorded was during a rare excavator showdown. In a test between an R9800 and another mega excavator, the Liebherr machine proved its dominance by completing a full truckload in fewer passes and less time than its competitor. The difference wasn't just power, it was the combination of speed, precision, and advanced hydraulic control that gave the R9800 the upper hand. The Liebherr R9800 isn't just a machine, it's a spectacle. Every time it moves, every time it digs, it's performing on a scale that most people can't even comprehend. The epic mining scenes recorded over the years prove why this excavator is in a league of its own. And here's the crazy part. This is just the beginning. If you think the R9800 in action is impressive, wait until you see the insane maintenance process behind keeping one of these machines running. The next fact on our list will blow your mind. So stay tuned, subscribe, and get ready for even more jaw-dropping revelations about the world's most powerful machines. The Liebherr R9800 is a machine built for extreme power, but here's something most people don't realize. It doesn't rely on just one engine. Instead, it has two massive engines working together to deliver an unstoppable force. But why does it need two? How do they work in perfect sync to make this excavator one of the most powerful on Earth? Today, we're diving into the genius engineering behind the R9800's dual engine system. First, let's break down the numbers. Each engine in the R9800 produces 2,000 horsepower, bringing the total power to a jaw-dropping 4,000 horsepower. That's more than 3 Bugatti Chirons combined, or the equivalent of over 30 standard pickup trucks working at full power. With this much force, the R9800 can tear through rock and earth with ease, loading massive haul trucks in just a few passes. But why two engines instead of one? The answer comes down to efficiency, reliability, and raw power. A single-engine excavator of this size would require an absolutely massive engine, one that would not only be heavier and more complex, but also harder to repair if something went wrong. By using two engines, Liebherr created a system that is more flexible and resilient, reducing the risk of downtime in the middle of critical mining operations. Now, let's talk about how they work together. The two engines aren't just running separately, they are synchronized through an advanced hydraulic system, ensuring that every movement of the excavator is smooth and balanced. Both engines generate power that feeds into the hydraulic pumps, which control the boom, stick, and bucket movements with extreme precision. Whether the machine is lifting, digging, or swinging its massive arm, the power from both engines is evenly distributed to optimize performance. One of the biggest advantages of the dual-engine system is fuel efficiency. You might think that two engines mean double the fuel consumption, but that's not exactly true. The R9800 is designed to adjust power output based on workload, meaning that when full power isn't needed, one engine can operate at a lower level, reducing fuel usage. This is crucial in mining, where fuel costs can add up to millions of dollars per year. Another major benefit is redundancy. In most excavators, if the engine fails, the entire machine is out of service until repairs are made. But with the R9800, if one engine has an issue, the excavator can still operate using the other. While it won't be at full power, it will still be able to function, keeping the mining operation moving instead of coming to a complete stop. This level of reliability is why mining companies trust the R9800 to handle the toughest jobs in the world. Let's talk about maintenance. Keeping an engine of this size running smoothly requires constant upkeep, and Liebherr engineers designed the R9800 to make servicing as efficient as possible. The engines are positioned in a way that allows mechanics to perform repairs and routine maintenance without completely shutting down operations. Filters, cooling systems, and fuel injectors can be accessed quickly, reducing downtime and ensuring that the machine stays in peak condition. Now, here's something most people don't know. There are actually two versions of the R9800. The standard model runs on diesel engines, but Liebherr also offers an electric-powered version for mining companies looking to reduce emissions. Instead of relying on fuel, this version is powered by high-voltage electrical systems, eliminating the need for diesel while still delivering the same level of performance. This is part of Liebherr's move toward more sustainable mining technology. But let's get back to the power. Imagine operating a machine where 4,000 horsepower is at your fingertips, where every joystick movement commands thousands of pounds of force. The R9800's dual-engine setup gives operators full control, allowing them to move hundreds of tons of material with precision. Whether it's breaking through solid rock or carefully placing a massive load into a haul truck, the engines work together to make sure every action is smooth and efficient. And here's the craziest part. The R9800 isn't even the biggest excavator Liebherr is working on. Future models could push the limits even further with hybrid engine systems, AI-powered automation, and even greater efficiency. But for now, the dual-engine design of the R9800 remains one of the smartest and most powerful systems in the mining industry. If you thought this was impressive, wait until you hear what happens when one of these engines breaks down in the middle of a job. The repair process and costs are absolutely mind-blowing. Stay tuned, subscribe now, and get ready for even more shocking facts about the world's most powerful machines. The Liebherr R9800 is a monster of a machine built to handle the toughest jobs in the mining industry. But what happens when something goes wrong? When a machine this massive breaks down, it's not just an inconvenience, it's a multi-million-dollar disaster. The repair process is long, complicated, and unbelievably expensive. Today, we're diving into what it really takes to fix an R9800 and why mining companies will do anything to avoid a breakdown at all costs. First, let's talk about downtime. When an R9800 stops working, everything around it grinds to a halt. Mining companies rely on these machines to move thousands of tons of material every hour. If an R9800 is out of service, that could mean losing hundreds of thousands of dollars per day in lost productivity. In some cases, the number can climb into the millions, depending on the size of the operation. That's why keeping these machines running is an absolute priority. Now let's get into the cost of repairs. The R9800 is made up of some of the most advanced hydraulic and mechanical systems in the world, and fixing even a single component can cost more than a brand new car. Let's break down some of the most expensive repairs. 1. Hydraulic system failure. The hydraulic system is the heart of the R9800, controlling everything from the bucket to the boom. If a hydraulic pump fails, replacing it can cost over $50,000, and that doesn't even include labor and downtime. If the entire system needs to be flushed and refilled, that can add another $20,000 or more. 2. Engine malfunction. The R9800 has two massive engines, each producing 2,000 horsepower. If one of them fails, a full replacement can cost between $500,000 to $1 million, depending on the damage. And remember, these engines don't just sit on a shelf ready to go. Getting a replacement can take weeks or even months, adding to the overall cost of lost productivity. 3. Track and undercarriage wear. The undercarriage of the R9800 supports its 800-ton weight, and the tracks are constantly exposed to rough terrain. Over time, they wear down and need to be replaced. A full track replacement can cost over $250,000, and if the undercarriage itself is damaged, the bill can go even higher. 4. Boom and arm damage. The massive arms of the R9800 take an enormous amount of stress every day. If a structural crack forms, welding and reinforcement repairs can cost over $100,000. In extreme cases, if a boom or stick needs full replacement, the price tag can reach over $1 million. 5. Electrical and sensor failures. The R9800 is packed with high-tech sensors, onboard computers, and monitoring systems. If a major electrical failure occurs, replacing and reprogramming these systems can cost tens of thousands of dollars. And if the failure happens in the middle of an operation, the downtime makes it even worse. Now let's talk about logistics. The R9800 is so massive that you can't just tow it into a repair shop. If a major breakdown happens, mining companies have to bring in specialized mechanics, massive cranes, and heavy-duty transport equipment just to move and access the damaged components. In extreme cases, parts of the excavator have to be disassembled and transported off-site, adding hundreds of thousands of dollars in additional costs. One of the most difficult repairs is replacing a failed engine. These engines weigh thousands of pounds and require custom cranes to remove and replace. The entire process can take weeks, and in some cases, it might be more cost-effective for a mining company to buy an entirely new machine instead of waiting for a full repair. So how do companies avoid these massive repair bills? Preventive maintenance is key. Mining operators constantly monitor the R9800 systems using real-time diagnostics to detect issues before they turn into major failures. Sensors track hydraulic pressure, engine temperature, and component wear, sending alerts when something needs attention. By catching problems early, companies can save millions in emergency repairs. Some mining companies even keep spare parts on site, knowing that a breakdown could cost more in lost productivity than the price of the replacement part itself. Keeping extra hydraulic pumps, fuel injectors, and undercarriage components ready to go can mean the difference between a quick fix and a catastrophic shutdown. But here's the craziest part. Despite the insane repair costs, the R9800 is still one of the most cost-effective mining excavators in the world. Why? Because its efficiency in moving material is so high that even when factoring in maintenance and repair costs, it still makes mining companies millions of dollars in profit over its lifetime. At the end of the day, the Liebherr R9800 isn't just a machine, it's an investment. Keeping it running smoothly is a full-time job, and when something goes wrong, the price tag is staggering. But mining companies know that with proper care, this machine will keep running, keep digging, and keep making money for years to come. And if you thought the cost of repairs was shocking, wait until you hear about the next generation of mining excavators. The future of these machines is insane, with autonomous technology, electric power, and even more extreme power outputs. Stay tuned, subscribe, and get ready for even more mind-blowing facts about the world's most powerful machines. The Liebherr R9800 is truly a beast of engineering, built to dominate the toughest mining operations on Earth. From its incredible power to its mind-blowing repair costs, this machine never fails to impress. Now, we want to hear from you. What fact shocked you the most? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to Extreme Machines Hub for more insane content about the world's most powerful machines. And if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends so they can witness the sheer power of the R9800 too. See you in the next one.